In today's news, Low Lobster Fest turnout attributed to weather. ALTON BERTIE speaks on BVI Marine Life. HLSCC receives new car for automotive program. And TURNBULL shares concerns raised by residents. Our viewers, these and more stories when 284 News return.
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Catch all the action from the 2023 NFL games with CCT Live on various channels, including ESPN Channel 412, ESPN2 Channel 413, Telemundo Channel 315, and Fox Channel 304. When you subscribe to any CCT Fire plan, you'll automatically bundle CCT Live. For more information, visit your nearest CCT store or give us a call at 444-4444. Choose CCT Live and enhance your game day experience.
Welcome viewers to the Wednesday, November 29th edition of 284 News. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Leading today's news, Director of the BVI Tourist Board, Mr. Clive McCoy, has linked the lower than usual turnout of patrons to the annual Anegada Lobster Festival to the rainy weather experienced over the weekend. McCoy made a disclosure during an interview with our news agency. But although he was unable to confirm the exact amount of patrons, he said Sunday's festivities saw somewhere near 2,000 persons. And the low turnout on Saturday, he said, was attributed to the heavy rainfall experienced that day.
Well, the Anegada Lobster Festival, from all accounts, was a success. The Saturday, which is traditionally a slower day, was quite slow. I think that had something to do with the rain, but then on Sunday, the revelers came out in huge numbers. The final count hasn't been stated, but we anticipate that there may have been about 2,000 persons there over the weekend. The event remained incident-free, and it is now a national event. It's an event that is a part of the BVI repertoire, and we look forward to continued success on Anegada in 2024.
Well, in a recent episode of The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, advocate for marine life in the BVI, ALTON BERTIE spoke about the importance of preserving the BVI marine life for future generations. He first spoke about how his love for marine life came about.
Swimming, diving, even most of the time I'm in the seas for research and conservation. It's fun to me. Most of the time you learn to dive, you do fun dives, you go and you see the sights and all of that. For me, I've learned that I like to do conservation and research because we're under there treating corals, but you're also seeing the sights. And then I tend to treat corals upside down.
Okay.
And then you would look out and then you would see a shark just surrounding you, just watching. The shark is just curious. What are these people doing? And you know what I'm saying? You're still enjoying it.
He also spoke about networking with other scientists across the globe and his love for scientific research papers.
A lot of marine science papers. So we have been working with different scientists from around the world, people from like Oxford and some of the biggest shark scientists. And I recently went on a scientific expedition sailing through the Caribbean, doing cetacean research. That's whales and dolphins. And some really awesome people. And I'm like, every time I have a conversation, it's like, send me a research paper to read, something. So like I would do karate on a Friday night, get beat up, come home, ice whatever needs icing, and then lie down and read some research papers.
Understood.
Well, he made a point to share with what he wishes Virgin Islanders would take more seriously as it pertains to the ocean, which is to ensure that as a resident living on islands surrounded by water, everyone should learn how to swim.
To swimming, most importantly, we need more marine scientists. I envision HLSCC becoming one of the biggest and best, best marine schools anywhere. I could see it happening. They have some awesome staff there. I know Laura's up there. Laura's one who she taught me stone ecology. She lost disease. She's still running the project, and we've been out diving, treating cows like every week. We go out once or twice a week.
Up next, HLSCC receives new car for automotive program, and Turnbull shares concerns raised by residents. Well, these and more stories after a word from our sponsors.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Yo, everything good there?
Bye. This thing got me one way that day.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know?
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into you know I watching ball. I even watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Welcome back, viewers. The Technical Studies Department at the HLSCC Community College has acquired a Hyundai Grand i10 to enhance the experimental learning opportunities for students enrolled in its Automotive Engineering Technology program. Well, President of the H. Laverty-Stoke Community College, Dr. Richard Georges, was pleased to transfer the vehicle from the college's fleet to the Workforce Training Division on November 10th, 2023, and pledged his support for practical learning. Dean of Workforce Training, Ms. Marva Wheatley, expressed that the division is ecstatic to declare the introduction of this substantial element into its automotive program. She explained that the vehicle has been intentionally chosen to meet the evolving requirements of the automotive industry and will strengthen the college's commitment to providing industry-relevant and practical education. But she said, and I quote, "Practical experience holds significant importance in guaranteeing that our students are sufficiently prepared for successful careers within the automotive industry. But this vehicle would be an instrumental instructional tool that translates theory into practice by enabling students to apply their knowledge in a secure and supportive setting. By providing access to this modern equipment and technology," she continued, "students will enhance their practical experience and competency development," end quote. A recently appointed head of technical studies, Miss Cecilia Rose, shared that she is thrilled about the addition to her department. She said, and I quote, "Our students are primarily visual and kinesthetic learners, and this acquisition is viewed as an investment that exposes our trainees to cutting-edge technology that would significantly impact retention and employability," end quote. The Automotive Engineering Technology Associate of Science degree is 2 to 2.5 years that is designed to provide knowledge and skills for anyone pursuing a career in automotive service industry. It aims at developing technical skills in servicing, diagnosing, and mechanical repairs. Content areas include knowledge of engines, electrics, electronic chassis, systems, and engineering science. Well, 2nd District Representative Honorable Melvin Mitch Turnbull says community meetings across his district has resulted in key issues coming to the forefront to be addressed. His comments came during a recent episode of 284 Media's Just for the Record, a look at the first 100 days.
There's a lot of private-public partnerships planned. We have a back-to-school plan where we don't do it the traditional way. For the last 4 years, we've changed it, and I go to the 6 schools in my district. I have 6 schools in my district, and we give supplies to the schools for any student. Doesn't matter if they live in the community or not, but any student that may be falling short with supplies, and even the teachers, we give accordingly so that they could use it all year round. Because you know, when you have the back to school, you have some of the repeat persons come in, which is a norm. But I believe the approach that we have is more effective, has proven more effective. And we have done some cleanups as well. So the community meetings were very informative. They were selfish on my part because I asked more questions of the people of my communities, the areas that concern them, that is concerning everyone, the areas of water, the areas of the road infrastructure, the area of just getting simple things done. The community centers that were a hot topic and became a political football. I was able to ask those questions yesterday in the House of Assembly. The restroom in Bruce Bay, Just Van Dyke, the roads, the public work department, the water and sewage department. Those are the things. Why are we not using the Albert E. Shinnery Customs building? That there's a bottleneck down in Dog Holes. You have the Just Van Dyke ferry. Then you have the Rubneys when they have a cruise ship. And then you have Aquatic ferry. Then you have the St. John ferry. And all persons are gathering at one location that's creating a bottleneck. So you have international as well as local guests cramped in the same place, but you have a whole nother facility that we spent a whole lot of money on after the hurricanes of 2017 that we're not utilizing. So I'm calling on the Premier and Minister of Finance, who's responsible for customs and immigration.
Additionally, he passionately spoke about improving elderly care for his district.
My plans are to get them more involved, get them more engaged. The community centers in my district, Just Van Dyke Primary School is being finished, so that would probably help once it's finished. The date that we got was in October for 2023. Once we get that open, get the seniors involved, get them coming together to meet, to share stories so that they can have that camaraderie. The centers in Bruce Bay and King Artery, those need to be, so that they can have a place. Right now, the seniors go between Rotown and Caribbean. We celebrate the leaders of those groups, but we need to have our elders and our gems in their location so that they can share, and they will bake their arts and their crafts and spend time together, even on their iPads, and learn and keep up with what's going on. It's that time for me where I believe we are able to pull from them the history and the heritage, the culture of who we are, how we became who we are. And one of the things that I don't want us to lose, while we welcome different persons from different parts of the world, different parts of the Caribbean, I will welcome anybody because I love all people. But what I don't want to do is welcome you at the expense of putting aside who I am and how I became to be. So we have to continue to promote. So for me, the elders are extremely important because they keep me grounded in understanding where we came from, how they were able to do so much with so much less. But
Viewers, for the full interview, visit all 284 media platforms. Up next, Game On and Suzuki Marines crowned volleyball champions, and Bickerton said BVI Football Association relationships will continue. With these stories when 284 News return.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must stop cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man fit take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
There goes my new car. Guess I'm back on my bike.
Your bike? CG offers new car replacement. Remember my monster truck days? Well, one night I attempted a 50-foot pogo double backflip. I landed it and went to karaoke. It wasn't until afterward that my car got hit by that fisherman. He gave me some great mahi-mahi though. Anyway, they paid fast and got me in a new car. Now call a cab. I want you to meet my alpaca guy.
New car replacement for the first year of ownership. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Yo, everything good there?
Why? This thing got me one way that day.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I watching ball. I even watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Well, Game On and Suzuki Marines are the champions of the 2023 Industrial Volleyball League. But more in this report. Game On defeated Mark Yachting and Provisioning in their final to win Zone A, while Suzuki Marines beat STA Family Matters to win Zone B. In the first final of the night, it took 5 sets to determine the Zone B champion, with Suzuki Marines bouncing back after being down 2 sets at the end of the third to win 25-18, 15-25, 18-25, 25-13, 15-5. Well, here's a look at the final set. In the third place game in Zone B, Walmart Superstore took third by defeating RTW Blazers 25-21, 25-20 in the Battle of the Supermarkets. Meanwhile, in Zone A, Game On, after placing third in the regular season, took matters into their own hands to deliver an upset to the regular season champions Walmart Yachting and Provisioning. Game On enjoyed a straight sets victory, winning 25-15, 25-18, 25-22. But here's a look at those highlights. In the Zone A third place game, Harneys, after losing the first set of the game, bounced back to finish strongly, winning 23-25, 25-19, 15-9. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes. And moving on to our final story, viewers, where the outgoing president of the BVI Football Association, Mr. Andy Bickerton, is of the firm belief that his early retirement will not affect the existing relationship or commitment of FIFA towards the BVI Football Association. Well, Bickerton recently submitted his resignation, which indicated that he will step down as the president of the BVI Football Association effective tomorrow, Thursday, November 30th, 2023. He has collectively been at the helm of the Football Association for nearly 2 decades and has been credited for many of the milestone achievements during his tenure. Well, 284 Media spoke to Bickerton following the announcement, and he believes that the relationships built and the commitment of the international governing body FIFA will continue with the BVI Football Association.
I certainly hope not. I mean, in terms of the FIFA funding continues on. We do know that in the future, FIFA will be reverting back to their benchmarks. So during the COVID era, they distributed funds to the member associations in full. But we now know that coming 2024, we have to meet the criteria of things like 10, 11-a-side ladies teams, which is a big ask for a small association, and various other benchmarks that the FA will have to now meet. But certainly the FIFA funding is there as long as we continue to perform in the areas that we're performing. So I would certainly hope that the progress in the men's national team continues, and I would certainly hope that the FA will stay committed, as I'm sure they will, to for the after schools program, which is the basis of the development of the BVIFA and football in the territory.
BICKERTON also explained why he decided to retire ahead of his June 2024 mandatory retirement date and how he believes it will benefit the association.
Yeah, the decision to resign comes about effectively because I've decided to retire early, because I would have retired as of 30th of June next year in any event. And I've had some issues within my family in the UK, so I need to spend time with them. So therefore, I recognize that I wouldn't be able to commit the necessary time and energy to the FA over these last 6 or 7 months. And also I thought that from an FA point of view, we've got through the Caribbean Nations League and done well, and now there's a hiatus in a way until at least Easter of next year. So I thought if I were to retire now, it would be a good thing for the FA from the point of view that prior to the elections they would have a number of months to demonstrate to the members that they can continue on with the vision that's been established.
He also took the time to explain why he would have had no other choice but to retire in June 2024 had he opted to complete his final term as president.
Yeah, there's been FIFA implemented a change in the member associations' constitutions around the world. So now, in terms of a presidency, a president can only serve 3 4-year terms before having to stand down. And in fact, the public might be aware that in the USVI, the president there has recently stood down after 3 terms. And in my particular case, there's also a clause in the Constitution which doesn't allow a person to stand for the presidency once they've reached the age of 70 years. So I would have been outside that limit in June 24 as well. So there are the 2 reasons, the restriction on the terms, the term of a president, and also the age limit.
A BICKERTON successor will be Mr. Aubrey Libbard, the longest-serving vice president of the Football Association. He will assume the position of interim president until the next annual general meeting, which is scheduled for June 2024. Viewers, that's all we have for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye-bye.